Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to you about my experience losing body fat in the past, with the intentions of helping some of you guys out too. So last year I was an in-person personal trainer, and a lot of my clients were struggling to lose body fat. And I felt like a lot of my clients couldn't relate to me enough. It's really easy to tell people what to do to lose body fat, but if you don't have a personal connection or you're not emotionally invested, then it's going to be very difficult to stay disciplined in the moments where you don't feel like doing what you need to do. So believe it or not, what I decided to do was to actually gain a lot of body fat on purpose, with the intention of losing it along some of my clients. So that's exactly what I did. I got to the heaviest I'd ever been with the most body fat, and then I started the process of cutting, or basically entering a caloric deficit to retain the muscle that I had and lose the body fat that I had gained. It took 11 weeks to get from this to this, and I want to show you that that's very possible for yourself too. I would say that I have average genetics. I've just been blessed to learn the knowledge of how to make things like this possible for myself, and I really want to share it with you guys too. So the first step is defining your maintenance calories. The first step in that is really just going to be understanding what they are. So really what maintenance calories are is just the number of calories your body needs to stay the same. Now here's the thing, you can look it up, you can Google how to find your maintenance calories, you just put in your weight and stuff like that and it'll spit out a number at you. But one thing to remember that's very important is our bodies are very smart, almost smarter than our minds. Our bodies want to stay the same. So the thing with that is we don't always eat the same thing every single day, but since our bodies want to stay the same, that's why it's a very conscious effort to gain or lose weight depending on what you struggle with. And what I mean by that is if you actually practice self-control at first and realize that, hey, I might not eat the same thing every day, but I have similar snacking tendencies and things like that, then just simply eliminating a little bit of that or reducing your portions can actually get you started in the right direction too. So now once you're doing that, you have to realize that consistency is so important. You don't have to be perfect every single day, but you have to be more consistent than not. Right, so in fitness, generally you want to think in terms of months. It took me 11 weeks to go from this to this, and I would say that for most people, that's a pretty good range of time to make some decent progress if from the start, you're educated and motivated to stay disciplined the whole time. So there are a couple other things that are really important when trying to make a transformation like this. The first one is you don't want to simply just not eat food. Again, our bodies are so smart and they want to stay the same. So as you start to eat less, your body's actually going to adapt to that new level of calories that you're eating at, and progression is going to stop. So what that means is we have to go really slow and match ourselves so we're not losing weight here, then we stop losing weight, and now we just need to eat this much less. And that adjustment period is going to be very difficult because in reality, you're going to basically be eating nothing already. So believe it or not, a lot of the clients that I work with actually struggle with eating enough food to lose weight. And that's the way it should be to be healthy throughout this process. Let's be real. The goal should be to be able to eat as much food as possible and lose weight. Some super helpful things on this will be keeping your protein really high. Protein is really satiating, meaning it's very filling. So if you have protein dense meals, not only will you retain muscle that you have to try to achieve that lean physique, but it'll actually keep you fuller for longer too. Another thing is spacing out your meals. That's very important so you don't feel like you're going long periods of time without eating, and so that your energy levels don't get low too. And you also want to be lifting weights and doing cardio at the same time. Cardio is going to be a tool to subtract more calories, but it's not necessarily going to do much in terms of muscle gain or muscle retention. There are two different forms of stimulus, and the reason that you really want to focus on weightlifting too is muscle burns calories at rest. So the more muscle you have, the more you'll be able to eat and still lose weight. Whereas with cardio, you're only burning calories while you're actively doing cardio. So in the long run, having more muscle is actually going to make it easier for you to lose body fat specifically. So there are many different ways to approach all of these things. What I want to help you guys with is getting started. Trust me, I have a passion for this and I really want you to make the transformation that I know that you can. So if you're interested in starting your fitness journey or even just want to learn more about this, send me a message. I'd love to help you with the facts of fitness and help you understand why your motivations are going to be essential to making this transformation.